Hi everyone, Kuri here with your weekly Oracle card reading. This reading is for April 23rd to April 29th. And today I'm going to be using the Archangel Raphael healing cards by Doreen Virtue. And I'm going to be picking 3 cards like I always do, one for Monday and Tuesday, the second one for Wednesday and Thursday, and then the final one for the weekend being Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I'm just going to shuffle my cards and ask the angels what they have to tell us for this week. And remember that no card is the wrong card. The card that is meant to be drawn is the card that is meant to be drawn. And when you feel that your deck is shuffled enough, you can stop and then pick on whatever your intuition is telling you. Okay. Okay, so there are 3 cards. And for Monday and Tuesday, Archangel Raphael has to tell us to consult a nutritionist. And the card reads, Dear Archangel Raphael, I turn my eating over to you, and I ask you to guide me to foods and beverages that taste good, are fulfilling, and support my ideal health and weight. Now, Raphael is telling me that this has to do with a connection with the weekend that we had just had. On one of the Archangel, I believe I used the Archangel cards last week, and our last card for the weekend was Raphael with the healthy lifestyle. And he was telling us that we need to have a healthy diet, to get adequate sleep, and just maintain a healthy lifestyle. And he's saying that it's continuing to this new week, and that we should really consult with our inner self as well as, the angels to better teach us and to help us what foods and what beverages that our body really needs, and to cut out any of the junk that our body doesn't need. If we need to go caffeine free, or if we need to give out and give up any sugary items or any salty items, stuff that's going to basically block our connection with the angels. So we still need to consult in either our inner nutritionist or using our angel nutritionists. Or you can even go to a professional nutritionist if you need. But definitely we need to look into our diet a little bit more. Now for the middle of the week, they're saying easy does it. And Raphael says, and the card says, Dear Archangel Raphael, please help me detach, retreat, and let go so that healing can occur. And this again, talking about food, talking about that attachment, that addiction that we have towards some of the things that are not necessarily good for our bodies. And Raphael is saying easy does it. Don't expect to just be able to quit stuff cold turkey, whether it be smoking or drinking, or again taking in any toxins or any fatty foods in our diets. Don't expect to just be able to drop everything that you feel that your body, that you want that your body doesn't need. If, you've been eating meat all your life, don't just all of a sudden assume that the next day you're going to be a vegan. It would be very hard. I mean, you could try, but it would be very hard. But Raphael is saying easy does it. Take steps towards a healthier lifestyle. Almost like, a 12-plan program. Just take those little steps, those action steps that will actually help you to purify yourself more and have a better connection with the angels. And then the last card for the weekend is relationship. Let's see if I can stand this up a little bit. We might have some trouble. Okay, it's not really standing up. Give me 1 second, guys. I think that's as good as it's gonna get. I need a card holder for this stuff. Anyways, it says relationships. And the card reads, Dear Archangel Raphael, thank you for healing and guiding all of my relationships upon the path of love. Now, what they mean with a relationship is not relationships between, human beings and human beings. This has to do with the relationships that we have with the angels. And it all comes together for this week with, taking out the toxins in our body, getting rid of the unwanted things, the unhealthy things. Because the more that we put in our body that our body doesn't need, the harder it is to connect with the angels, the harder it is to have that relationship with the angels, harder it is to hear, harder it is to see. So the Archangel Raphael is saying, in order for you to have that connection with the angels and with God, or with the goddesses and with the gods, you need to really maintain a healthy lifestyle. You need to keep yourself in line and in check. So if there's a addiction that you have that you're trying to get rid of, you're not alone. And that means there's other people in the world that are going through the same thing as you, but you're not alone as well, meaning that the angels are right next to you and they're waiting for you to ask for their help and assistance. And that's all you need to do. If all of a sudden you're going through your day and you have a craving for, I don't know, let's say chocolate or coffee, when you have that craving or that urge to have that piece of chocolate or have that cup of coffee, just stop, take a deep breath, and ask Archangel Raphael to help you to release and detach from that craving. And believe me, he will help you, and you will be able to overcome that craving. You have a very strong will. Don't ever let food or beverage or narcotics take control of your life or your willpower, because you're much stronger than that. So the message for this week from Archangel Raphael is to really look into our bodies and to purify and to cleanse any of the toxins that we have in our body, as well as what we bring in terms of food, beverage, narcotics, alcohol, and whatnot. So remember that he is with you every step of the way, right next to you. Ask for his help. And I send you all blessings and love and light. And I wish you guys all the best. And I'm going to be right there alongside of you, pulling through this week. Because these cards are just as much for me as they are for everyone else who watches these videos. So I hope you enjoyed this week's reading. And I will see you next week. I send you all love and light and my blessings. Namaste.